Africa, a continent of unparalleled beauty and diversity, where the sun rises over vast landscapes that stretch as far as the eye can see. From the golden savannas teeming with wildlife to the dense, mysterious forests that hold secrets of ancient times, Africa is a land of contrasts and wonders, a land of vast plains, scorching deserts and lush forests. Each region tells its own story, shaped by the forces of nature and time. The plains, with their endless horizons, are home to some of the most iconic animals on the planet. The deserts, though harsh and unforgiving, are places of stark beauty and resilience, and the forests, dense and teeming with life, are the lungs of this ancient land. This is where our story begins. As the first light of dawn breaks over the horizon, it illuminates a world that has been the cradle of humanity for millennia. Here in the heart of Africa, the journey of our ancestors began, setting the stage for the epic tale of human evolution. 200,000 years ago, early humans first appeared here. They were not alone. They shared this land with a myriad of other species, each adapting and evolving in their own way. These early humans, known as Homo Sapiens, were part of a larger family of hominins, each contributing to the rich tapestry of life in ancient Africa. These early humans were different. They possessed unique traits that set them apart from their predecessors. Their ability to create and use tools to communicate and collaborate marked the beginning of a new era in the history of life on Earth. They looked more like us. Their faces, with high foreheads and rounded skulls, bore a striking resemblance to modern humans. These early Homo sapiens had larger brains, which allowed for more complex thought processes and problem-solving abilities. They walked on two legs. They had bigger brains. They were Homo sapiens. This bipedalism freed their hands for other tasks, enabling them to manipulate objects and create tools. Around campfires, they shared stories, knowledge, and skills, fostering a sense of community and cooperation. These early humans lived in small groups. They were hunter-gatherers. Their survival depended on their ability to hunt animals and gather edible plants. They developed sophisticated strategies for tracking and capturing prey, and they knew which plants were safe to eat and which were not. They moved around to find food. Life was difficult, but they were adaptable. They were survivors. Their nomadic lifestyle took them across diverse terrains, from the arid deserts to the lush forests, each presenting its own challenges and opportunities. Through their resilience and ingenuity, these early humans laid the foundations for the incredible journey of human evolution that continues to this day. One thing set Homo sapiens apart. They had something special. They had the gift of language. Language was a powerful tool. It allowed them to communicate. It helped them to share ideas. They could work together. They could pass on knowledge. This was a huge advantage. With language, they could plan hunts better. They could warn each other of danger. They could share stories and experiences. This helped them to learn and grow. Early humans were also skillful toolmakers. They used their intelligence. They used the resources around them. They created a variety of tools. They made tools for hunting. They made tools for digging. They made tools for cutting. These tools helped them to survive. The hand axe was an important tool. It was a versatile tool. It could be used for many purposes. It was a sign of their intelligence. About 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens started to leave Africa. This monumental journey marked the beginning of human migration, a pivotal moment in our history. These early humans embarked on a quest for survival, driven by the need to find new resources and better living conditions. They were not just wanderers, they were pioneers, setting the stage for the spread of humanity across the globe. They traveled to new lands, crossing vast deserts, dense forests, and towering mountains. Each step they took was a step into the unknown, filled with both promise and peril. They faced new challenges, from harsh climates to unfamiliar predators. Yet their resilience and adaptability allowed them to overcome these obstacles. They adapted to new environments, learning to live in harmony with the land. In the forests, they discovered new plants and animals. In the deserts, they learned to conserve water and find hidden oases. In the mountains, they built shelters to protect themselves from the cold. Their ingenuity and resourcefulness were key to their survival. They moved in small groups, often consisting of families and close-knit tribes. These groups provided support and security, allowing them to share knowledge and resources. Together, they navigated the challenges of their new environments, relying on each other for survival. They followed the animals they hunted, tracking herds across vast distances. These animals were not just a source of food, they were integral to their way of life. The hunt required skill, patience, and cooperation, and it brought the community together. They searched for new sources of food, foraging for edible plants and discovering new ways to sustain themselves. They were explorers, constantly pushing the boundaries of their known world. Their curiosity and drive to explore led them to new discoveries and innovations. This journey was long and difficult. Many did not survive the harsh conditions and relentless challenges, but they were determined, driven by an unyielding spirit and a desire to thrive. Their perseverance laid the foundation for future generations. They were driven by a need to explore, to see what lay beyond the horizon. This innate curiosity and desire for adventure propelled them forward, leading to the discovery of new lands and the spread of human culture and knowledge. They were driven by a need to survive, to ensure the continuation of their species. Their journey out of Africa was not just a migration. It was a testament to human resilience, ingenuity, and the unbreakable will to endure and prosper. Section 5. A world to conquer. Over thousands of years, they spread across the globe. They reached Europe, they reached Asia, they reached Australia. These early humans were not just wanderers, they were pioneers, explorers, and survivors. They braved unknown territories, faced countless challenges, and adapted to new environments. Their journey was not just a physical migration, but a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. They eventually reached the Americas. Crossing the Bering Land Bridge, they ventured into a new world filled with unfamiliar landscapes and creatures. The Americas presented a unique set of challenges, from vast prairies to dense forests, and from towering mountains to expansive coastlines. Yet these early humans thrived, showcasing their ability to adapt and innovate. Wherever they went, they adapted. They built shelters to protect themselves from the elements, crafted tools to aid in their daily tasks, and established camps that became the foundation of early communities. Their ability to adapt was not just about survival, it was about thriving in diverse environments and laying the groundwork for future civilizations. They learned to live in different climates, from the icy tundras of the north to the scorching deserts of the south, and from the humid tropics to the temperate forests. Early humans demonstrated an incredible ability to adjust to varying conditions. Their knowledge of the environment and their innovative spirit allowed them to make the most of the resources available to them. They learned to find new sources of food. They continued to evolve. Hunting and foraging became essential skills, and the discovery of fire revolutionized their way of life. Cooking not only made food more palatable, but also unlocked new nutrients, contributing to their physical and cognitive development. Their diet diversified, and with it, their ability to sustain larger communities grew. They encountered different plants and animals. Each new environment introduced them to a variety of flora and fauna, which they studied and learned to utilize. Some plants became food, others medicine, and some even tools. Animals were not just prey, but also sources of clothing, tools, and even companionship. Their interactions with the natural world were complex and multifaceted. They encountered vast deserts and towering mountains. These formidable landscapes tested their endurance and ingenuity. Deserts required them to find water and shelter in the most inhospitable conditions, while mountains challenged them with their sheer scale and rugged terrain. Yet these obstacles only spurred them to develop new strategies and tools to overcome them. They encountered icy wastelands and dense jungles. Yet they survived. The icy wastelands demanded warmth and sustenance, while the dense jungles required navigation and protection from predators. Through it all, early humans displayed an unyielding spirit and a remarkable capacity for innovation. Their journey across the world was a testament to their resilience, adaptability, and relentless pursuit of survival. Section 6. Encounters with cousins. Homo sapiens were not the only humans on Earth. They encountered other human species. These included Neanderthals and Denisovans. These encounters were complex, Sometimes they lived alongside each other, sometimes they competed for resources, sometimes they even interbred. We know this because of DNA evidence. Some people today carry Neanderthal DNA. This shows that our ancestors interacted with other human species. Section 7. The art of survival. Homo sapiens were very adaptable. They were very resourceful. They learned to thrive in a variety of environments. They developed new skills. They learned to make fire. Fire provided warmth. Fire provided protection. Fire allowed them to cook food. This was a major advancement. They created art. They painted on cave walls. They made sculptures. This shows they had complex thoughts. They had a sense of creativity. Section 8. A new kind of power. Language, tools, and adaptability gave Homo sapiens an advantage. They could outcompete other species. They became the dominant species on Earth. But this dominance came with a responsibility. A responsibility to the planet, a responsibility to other species, a responsibility to themselves. The story of Homo sapiens is a story of success. It is a story of survival, but it is also a story of responsibility. Section 9. The journey continues. From humble beginnings in Africa, Homo sapiens had come a long way. They had spread across the world. They had overcome many challenges. They had become the dominant species on Earth, but their journey was far from over. What new challenges would they face? How would they continue to evolve? The next chapter of human evolution was about to be written.